So let me go to the story here. Confidential grooming gang files exposed after legal war as horrifying details emerge. Vinny, what is the story about?
Okay, so do you guys remember all the Pakistani rape gangs in
You're
the
aging,
UK
buddy.
that they were? Yeah, Adam's bladder's going by.
Adam is aging.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So, Pat, do you remember? Yeah, Robbie, perfect. You're right, because I'm going to go through all three of them.
Have you noticed this is now every podcast?
This is
he can't go more than 90 minutes.
He's almost
He's
almost
45,
there.
46,
He's 45,
yeah.
46. It's over.
We're about to have a Depend sponsorship.
I have. That's what I'm wearing right now. I peed twice already. Anyway, so you guys remember the Pakistani, the grooming rape gangs. I don't want to make light of the situation because it's actually really, really bad, Pat. On some of the stuff I won't even say. But some of the sentencing remarks came out. They were released, and it's horrible. All right, one of the judges gave this guy the shortest sentence because he said he had good standings in the community and he helped out at local mosques. Mind you, this is for raping little girls. I'm sorry that I had to say it. So, Rob, yeah, put up the click on the actual part. Robbie, thank you, sir. You're positive, this is the sentencing. Your positive good character is a mitigating factor that I have factored in when considering the range of sentencing, a sentence available with regard to the culpability. Okay, then it goes down, Robbie. Look over here on the third one. The custodial sentences I have passed on this incident are the shortest necessary, commensurate with the seriousness of the offense. And it goes into that. Now go to the next one, Robbie. This is one of the judges. This is one of the girls that was tortured and abused by the Rotherham grooming gangs, was abused from 12 to 14. The judge decided to sentence the abuser on the basis that she was 13 purely as to give him a lesser punishment. And I'll read this one, Robbie. Can you click on that, brother? In my judgment, this is the judge. In my judgment, having heard the trial and heard all the witnesses, I take the view that she was about 13 at the time of these offenses took place. There is some ambiguity over exactly how old she was. On the widest interpretation of the evidence, it could fall somewhere between 12 and 14. In my judgment. However, I shall sentence you on the basis she was 13, because that's the most sentencing regime that would be perhaps most extreme. If I sentence you on the basis that she was older, some of you would be adults, and again, that would have an effect on the sentence, and therefore I fixed 13 on the basis of the evidence, but also bearing in mind those factors to ensure a just result. They're making her older not to give them a bigger crime. And this is the last one, guys, and just earmuffs. If you have children out there, this is the type of stuff that these disgusting...
And this is all UK.
All UK,
okay.
And nothing is wrong, nothing to see here. She started taking heroin and became addicted over time. This is the judge talking to one of the guys. On more than one occasion, she was taken to a house in Masborough by you, Arshid Hussain. She was told that she had to perform sexual acts with you, Banaras Hussain, with others. She was made to perform oral sex upon you, Banaras Hussain, at times at Clifton Park, where you, Arshid Hussain, were present. And one of the occasions, Banaras Hussain demanded that she give you oral sex and that she refused to. She'd be knocked to the ground where her nose stopped bleeding, and you were told her to do so. She did what she was told, and then you, Arshid, one of the dragged her on the floor to the boot of the car and took her to London. And you told that you owed people in the house. He owed them money, so she had to have sex with two of them. Mind you, how old is this girl? She became pregnant.
By the way,
at the bottom.
I believe boot means trunk.
The trunk of the car. I'm sorry.
And if that means that she was stuck in the trunk of a car?
She was stuck in the trunk. He would force her to go have sex with all these men because they owed him money. And then she became pregnant when she was 14, had a termination throughout these years in the care system. Before she turned 16, she had to have sex with different Asian men, which are Pakistani, on a daily basis. They were older. Notice how they put Asian, even though they're Pakistani. 13, sometimes 3 a day. You, Arshid Hussain, would put pressure on her to do so. By the way,
who's saying this?
This is the judge talking to the guy, all the defendants, on what they did, how they did it. Pat, if you go on, and Robbie, if you go down to that, go back, exit out in the lower, go lower. You guys could go right there on that open justice, explore. If you want to be disgusted, this is just what I could read on the podcast. You want to go down here, scroll a little bit down, Robbie, yeah, right there, the transcripts, openjustice.org. It's disgusting what they did, and never forget that Keir Starmer and all these people were hiding it. And they were saying nothing to see here because they didn't want to look bad, Patrick, because it was all the Muslims rape gangs doing it. And now you have this EU whatever trying to find $140 million because they don't want people to be able to read and see this. We're talking about raping girls. This is why Tommy Robinson is losing his
I was
mind.
just going to say,
Adam,
isn't this just on par with exactly what Tommy Robinson talks
but
about
he's
on
a
daily,
racist,
single
Islamophobic.
basis, yeah.
So for all the people out there that are going to talk crap, how dare you say like, oh no, you're saying it's just a certain group. No, it's the Muslim rape gangs that were doing it, and they covered it up because they don't want to look bad because they let all these people in.
Question for you. How many times have you been on Piers Morgan's show?
15 times.
15 times.
Maybe more, maybe a little
Okay,
bit
so let's
more.
call it 20 times. I've seen you
Okay.
at least. Okay, let's call it 20 times. How many times has this topic come up?
The week that it happened, I think once or twice, but even I don't know if Piers apologized for it, but you should have seen because there's always the opposite side. He'll put two people that are against it and shocked that nobody talked about it, but then you have the other guys saying, "No, you guys are racist because you're."
Let's just go rapid fire. I don't want to take a lot of time. Let's just go over the top 3 to 5 topics you've discussed on Piers Morgan. What's been number one?
Number one, it had to be something with Trump and immigration and.
Okay,
all that
so
type
number
of
one, Trump, domestic politics. Go
Yes.
ahead. What's number 2?
Number 2, anything topical, like we talked about Diddy and stuff like that, but no, it's mainly political
Okay.
actions, Trump,
Israel?
stuff like
Vaccine evidence
Israel,
in the U.S.
Israel, we went
Israel?
Yep.
So, and he's based where?
He's in London.
So he's in London. How often do you talk about what's going on in the UK, in London with
Not me, not
Tommy
a lo-
Robinson
not-
type
Not a lot. I
situations?
mean, you know where he stands with Tommy Robinson, but it does kind of shock me that he wouldn't be that more involved and that
Bingo.
more understand. But
Okay, that's
Adam,
my question.
But he lives
And I think
there.
he's a nice guy.
I know, I like the guy, but he
But
lives
why
there.
isn't this a bigger concern
Adam,
of his? He has a
it's-
massive
it's-
platform.
it's
Why aren't they
weird.
debating this?
Well, because if you see
It's in your country.
if you see Piers's track record, if you try to talk or you try to bring it up, it's almost as if he always goes, well, that's Islamophobic and you hate Muslims and blah, blah. Remember when Tommy Robinson brought the Quran and he goes, there's verses in here that says to kill non-believers. He goes, put that book away. How dare you? And it's weird. It's almost like the Tucker, all of a sudden you're in Qatar and you're like, I'm going to buy a house here because I'm an American and I'm free to buy a house.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So
what are you talking
I
about?
don't think that.
So,
do you think that? Are you saying that Pierce may be compromised?
I don't know what it is, but maybe it's because he's scared because he lives there and they'll find out where you live like that. But it just boggles my mind why you wouldn't say, by the way, and let's reverse. How many times have we talked about kids? These are little girls, 11, 12, 9, 10, getting raped by these freaking guys, and nobody said anything. They covered
is
it
there
up.
a way to find how much this has spiked in the last decade or two since the
What?
open borders?
Oh, there?
Yeah.
The numbers
in the
of
EU.
the. Oh, Adam, the numbers. I just had it, but I
Like, was
clicked
this
off it.
going on 10 years ago, 20 years ago? Were these
It's been
grooming
going
gangs?
on, but it's not at the numbers that it's happened in the last decade.
So in the
Yes.
last 10
it's
years, it's
gotten
increased
skyrocketed.
in the last
yes?
4 decades,
It's
every
gotten worse.
decade.
And
yes.
what's the correlation to why it's skyrocketed?
Adam,
More
and-
people that do this.
Yeah.
And who are these types of people?
New residents coming from other places.
Places.
Well, Adam, but here's the thing: when
What
you
places?
listen, when your culture, hear me out.
I'm not being cute.
The
It's
group-
immigration. It's outside immigration
what
coming in,
countries? I mean,
and
is
they're
there a track
a
record?
bunch of them, all
Well,
over
let's
the
name
it's
names,
Adam,
guys.
Adam,
If
think
we're
about
identifying
this.
the problem, let's
We've
find
done
out
this.
who's
We-
doing
Adam,
it.
we've done this.
we've done this, but
We've
think about
spoken
then
about
what's-
this.
in that community.
It's Pakistan. It's
Pakistan.
Pakistan. It's Afghanistan. We've done this.
And
We've
what-
So
and
isn't it?
spoken about
So
this.
if I'm Pakistani and if I'm Afghani or whoever this is, and you're allowed to free reign in London or in Europe, why would you stop? It's kind of like, they say like if you don't learn from history, you're destined to repeat it. But newsflash, history is happening right now before our eyes. You talk about case examples, case example, case example, case example, case example, and then they don't want to connect the dots. And even when you try to say something about it, Keir Starmer goes,
But
you
you
know,
have to ask
you don't have
yourself
freedom of
why.
speech?
Ask yourself why, Adam.
It's-
Because you
No, but
already
then
let them all in.
Yeah, the argument then becomes where they'll say, well, it's because of war on terror. If you wouldn't have done this, this would have never happened. Look what you did to Afghanistan. They're angry, and this is their way. Wait a minute. This was happening prior to that. This was happening 60 years ago in their own countries. This was happening 100 years ago. Don't act like this is just because of Afghanistan and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
blame it all
Honor
on the US.
killings are not
no,
new.
It's not a
they're new to Europe.
it's a new thing that they're talking about to put it all on U.S. And that's the naive part. You have to realize the same way when you're naively a fan of a shitty team.
The Jets.
No, but hear me out.
Yes. Good
Have
point.
you ever been a naive fan of a shitty team?
Yep.
Have you? And then you're like, but no, it's this year. 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 How many people do you know that for 50 years have been fan of a shitty team that has never won?
I went through a decade like that after they
Tom,
were...
you're not part of that.
No, the
Tom,
Raiders.
even-
No.
Raiders.
Oh, Raiders,
okay.
fair. Yeah.
Raider Nation. We get our butt kicked by Tampa Bay
Yeah.
in like 2002, and we haven't
Cannon.
even seen the light of 500 since.
Yeah, but the point is, think about how we are capable of being naively rooting for a shitty team. You don't think people can naively root for bad ideas? Of course. And they're falling for that. And by the way, do you think there are more naive people or less naive people in the world?
More
I think
naive.
there's a ton of idiots in the world.
Do you think more naive people means it's a better argument?
No.
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 No, at all.
It's who are you winning over? So if you want to get out there and win the naive people over, go at it. If you want to get some people to kind of have their eyes open up and say, "Shh, that's a freaking good point," then also be open to that idea. That's when your calibration goes up. Adam, you want to show something?
No, I just want to show something. This is the issue with tribalism. When you're like, dude, this is part of my team, and I'm going to defend it till I die.
What is this?
Here's this kid leaving a Jets game. The Jets are the worst. Watch this interview.
It's actually hilarious.
I hate this team. I was born into this, and I'm not gonna ever. I'm always a Jets fan, but like, I hate this team.
So imagine that's not your team. Imagine that's your culture. Imagine that's your religion. Imagine
he
that's your
looked
country.
defeated, and-
you're like, I hate everything.
His dad kept
But that's my
walking.
team,
You didn't
bro.
hear him
But
say
what
it.
I'm trying to tell you is, this
Yes.
is what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm trying to tell you is, once you're part of the naive community and somebody wins over your brain and your loyalty to that naivete, they can own you for 50 years. Trust me, feminism ruined a lot of women's lives, and 40 years later, they realized they were wrong. All these people that are defending Planned Parenthood, who are Black Lives Matter, they don't realize the founder of Planned Parenthood started Planned Parenthood to get rid of black people.
And they'll never know.
So,
They'll never.
No, but the point is, like, that's the power of naivete.
Exactly.
That you got to sit there and just, you listen to it and you're like, you're really going to say this? Yeah. Well, it's not like anyone's going to change your mind right now, but go ahead. Go ahead. Tell us why you're going to make this incredible point that you're going to make
And
us.
Pat, can I really fast, Pat? Because Adam mentioned the honor killings.
Yeah.
Can I mention
Yeah,
that girl
go
just
ahead.
really fast?
Yeah.
So in the Netherlands, guys, an 18-year-old girl named Rian Al Najad went missing on May 22nd. 6 days later, they found her in a lake with her hands and feet tied. Prosecutors say her father, ordered her killing, and her brothers carried it out because she refused to wear a hijab, and she had a boyfriend, and to live under their rules. Okay, she hated wearing the hijab.
She was 18 years old.
Adam,
In
the father
Amsterdam.
gave the hit orders.
This is where?
This is in the Netherlands, Patrick. Look how beautiful this
For
girl was. God
quote-unquote
rest her soul.
Western
What did she do?
behavior.
She didn't want to wear a hijab. She had a boyfriend. She wanted to live the American life. So
No,
instead
not
of
American life. The
the Western,
in Amsterdam.
yeah. So the
Western values.
So, and
What
I hate
did they do to her?
Ryan. I mean,
Bro, they
Patrick Macleta. They
completely-
bound her, taped her, gagged her, and drowned her. Okay, and then DNA. God rest her soul. I'm so happy she fought back. In her nails, they found DNA from her brothers. That means she was fighting. Okay, and she had previously been under police protection. I wonder from who? Probably her freaking father, but was removed with no explanation. So the brothers are facing 25 years. Apparently, the father, they're reporting his names, Pat, as Mohammed Al-Najir or Khalid Al-Najir, fled to Syria. So he's gone. So, and the sons are
The
listed
son
as
is facing up to 20 years in prison.
25 years, actually.
It says 20 years.
Allah
old, the
Khatama,
brothers,
yeah.
Okay, so 25 years. Okay. And then the father escaped.
He fled to Syria. But think about
The
Adam.
brothers killed the sister.
The brothers.
On the order of the
order
father, the father said, "Your
this
sister
a true story, Raz?
Yes.
Yes.
The father said,
This was in the Times
under
of India, I
our
believe.
laws, here it goes, Pat. Step one. The father says, under
What
our
the
laws, she's bringing the family shame by having a Western boyfriend and refusing to win the hijab. Okay.
In Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam.
Yeah.
So he gathers the
She's
two
not in
sons
Tehran.
and he said, for the family, you, my two sons, must go kill your sister because of the shame she brought on the family. That's what came out in the court, Pat. And then he ordered it. The sons got caught and he fled to Syria.
Oh my goodness! Like It is so like I'm trying to verify if this is true. Is that the ABC News at the top, Rob?
No, I-24 News.
I want to know if this is true. Yes, there is a recent credible story match on what you described. The victim is a young woman named Ryan Al-Najjar, 18-year-old. Prosecutors allege she was murdered by her father and two brothers because they believed her Western lifestyle brought shame to the family. According to an investigation, her brothers picked her up from a house in Rotherham, then together with their father, drove her into a remote location. Jeez. There they tied up, bound with tape, and drowned her in a swamp lake. Her body was found May 28, 2024.
Oh, think about that. Think about this. She wants to live her life. So you order your sons to murder her.
The word is she was assimilating slowly.
Oh, weird.
Do I have to wear my hijab? Could I have this boyfriend? She's slowly assimilating in the country where she lives.
Yeah.
Around all people that live in that country.
All right.
So, yeah. Anyway,
there you go.
You guys, you have 2 daughters. You have 2 daughters, 4 kids. I have a sister. You have a sister.
Nieces, nephews, sisters.
What kind of mindset do you have to be in to say, yeah, I'm going to murder my daughter and employ my 2 sons to carry out the hit?
And then you leave.
Because,
and then you leave.
Give me some examples of what this would even be in your mind.
Crazy.
Because she's not wearing a hijab? Because she has a boyfriend?
It's over.
To murder your daughter, bro?
Yep.
What are we even talking about here? Yep. It's like you're putting her in detention or timeout.
Nope.
Maybe Tom, like, what kind of mindset is this?
Let me get
is
to
this a
the
sickness?
next story. Let me get to the next story here.
So crazy.
Heartbreaking to even read that. It's difficult to read it. If you love Christmas as much as we do, Kai, we got 3 Christmas trees in the house. It's a spectacle. Every Christmas when, Thanksgiving ends, that following Friday, I have to carry this 10-foot tree that weighs 600 pounds, and the family waits for me to come through, and we get this big tree, we put it in there, and I go up the ladder, and I'm telling you right now, every year I'm getting closer to falling. Okay, I had it under control at 43, 44.
I saw the ladder.
At 47, Vinny, I am so high. I'm so high that if a little bit slips, I'm falling on my back. We're doing podcasts out of a wheelchair.
Nobody's helping you?
And it's always like, can you put the star all the way up top? I'm like all the way trying to put this thing up. I think there's something going on. Like it's like an inside job. There's a story right there.
You have to do it yourself?
Yeah. No. It's a blast. Obviously, everybody loves it. And Dylan loves decorating the tree. I hope for those of you guys that do as well, we love Christmas, and our Christmas merch is officially out. And the hat that we couldn't keep a single one of these. Guys were ordering 50 of these at a time. Rob, can you zoom in on that hat? This hat was such a massive hit last year. We sold 3,000 of them like this. They were gone, okay? And people were buying it as Christmas gifts for others, and then they were sending it to their clients, their friends. It says, Merry Christmas, Future Looks Bright on the bottom and on the side with the VT logo. It's just a sick hat. We got a few hats. One of the hats sold out. This one that says Merry Christ Christmas.
Nice.
This one sold out. This one's gone. But you have the red one. You have the green one to choose from. And then that one as well, Rob. You have this one. This other one we have as well. If you want to go to this one, Rob, this Christmas on the bottom right. Yeah, right there. And then we have the Christmas. If you want to go and show Vinny our model. Folks, look at our models wearing their, and these come with a nice, look at this. Look at this. This is
Santa.
That's the pajamas, right? The Merry Christmas pajamas,
so
the ugly sweater, Future Looks Bright.
They're so comfortable.
Super, super comfortable. Forget about the socks Vinny's wearing that made it in there. Those socks don't come with it.
No.
But they're modeling. They look like a beautiful family. So if you want your whole family to be wearing the pajamas, the Merry Christmas. We also got these sweaters here as well.
Max's
the
truck
ugly
is in
sweater.
there.
This is sick.
Look at that.
Go to vtmerch.com, place your order. And we decided for everybody that does it, we just ordered a few thousand of these. You're going to get the Valuetainment Merry Christmas ornament that we're going to give to you, and the Valuetainment Future Looks Bright, Santa Claus, Merry Christmas. With any order you place, go to vtmerch.com, place your order, and guess what? Kamala Harris doesn't want you to say Merry Christmas.
Yep.
And we don't mind saying it, okay? We don't mind saying it at all. Merry, Merry Christmas to you. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.